What's running through your head when you running up on one of them guys?
We looking for we trying to build our resume. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter who it was. Like when I first met Rakim, I asked him to get it on. And that's Clark introduced me to Rod, and I was like, and that was my favorite rapper. So if that's my favorite rapper, and my attitude is you don't want it,
Right.
what do you think I'm gonna be with anybody else?
You play point guard?
Absolutely.
That's why you arrogant like that. That's why you running up on.
Yeah, it's like
You got that spunk, man.
Yeah. So, like I said, like we in the club, and Al is in there. He got the bottle of champagne, doing this thing. We watching Big and Wu-Tang perform or whatever. Club let out. Everybody going to their whip. We out there first. L come by. I don't know if that was with Bimmy or whatever. But when he walked by, I was like, "Yo, what's up? You don't want it, nigga." And he looked at me and laughed and just kept walking. And I guess I think it was Bimmy. Bimmy was like, "Nah, you can't just not say nothing, homie. We gotta go back and address that."
Right.
And they came back and we got it on. Me and him did the first round. Then him and Jay did the second round. And then him and Jazz got into whatever they got into. You know what I'm saying?
So he traded a few bars with all three of you?
All three of us, absolutely. That's why I respect him.
L's a bear, man.
I respect him.
You niggas ran up on L, thought some shit was gonna be sweet.
Nah, he went for his. And if you think about it, like just think about the three people that's standing in front of him.
Yes, three apes.
He was right there
from the projects.
Yeah, so I respect Al.
Word.
I definitely respect Al for that. He's definitely one of the greats.
Word. So what was it like growing up in the same projects as somebody with a name and legacy as a gangster like Danny Diamonds? Pardon me, street hustler. I won't call him a gangster.
Me and Danny go back because Danny used to date my sister. And I actually got my first ounce of crack from Danny. And he's like, "Yo, if your sister find out I gave this to you, she gonna kill me." And
you know what's funny? Every nigga that passed the nigga they first pack of crack said, "Your mama gonna kill me."
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But take this.
Absolutely. Yeah, and bring that back.
Yeah.
Take this and bring that back. Yeah,
Don't say nothing.
And yeah, absolutely. So I remember, getting that hype, just hustling for gold chains and sneakers, and it wasn't something that I needed to do. It was just what was happening in my environment. You know what I'm saying? So I had Metcalf. Metcalf was one of the ill niggas in my P's. He was hustling to work for me. You know what I mean? And a lot of people never knew because that's how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to be quiet with it, right?
Right.
So yeah, but my drug dealing career was short lived. You know what I mean? There was a situation where we met this connect out at a restaurant in East New York for some dope, and it was actually my father's best friend, and we made whatever transaction. He fronted us some dope, and it was somebody else with me, and he was pretty much responsible for moving it or whatever, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do, and so my father's friend came to the house one day and was like, "Well, where's he live at? Cause I'm gonna kill everybody, and I wouldn't give him up." Him and my pops actually fell out. They were best friends. They actually fell out that day, but that's when I knew that life wasn't really for me. You know what I'm saying? Because in all actuality, that individual should have been punished for what he did. But I couldn't give him up, so that's when I knew I ain't really had the stomach for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a time in young black males' lives when they make a decision whether they're gonna pursue
Right.
the street, sports, or entertainment.
Right.
When did you start your rite of passage as far as pursuing basketball?
I was always pretty good at basketball. Just coming from my pops was a great athlete. He made it to the major league. Well, actually, he played in the Giants farm system or whatever. But from the stories I heard, he was a great football player and all that. So I pretty much took up after him. So baseball, football, basketball, I was always pretty good at that. Got a scholarship to go to college to play basketball and baseball actually. So I had a baseball and basketball scholarship. And
Nah, I know you nice and played baseball.
yeah, I definitely played baseball and basketball.
Yeah.
So started doing the music thing like 91, maybe 92. And then it just morphed into what it is now. You know what I mean?
You will see baseball players dominate all sports. Baseball players can go to the NFL. John Elway was a baseball player. Baseball players can play in the NBA. Danny Haynes.
You know why?
Huh?
You know why?
It's something about the skill set. You're never gonna see. We seen Michael Jordan try to be a baseball player. He couldn't pull it off.
Right.
Niggas ain't gonna just go out there and start fucking with that baseball. But
Yeah.
so what is it?
I think it's the hand-eye coordination.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that what it is?
I think it's the hand-eye coordination. Like once you master that, you can do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Every sport.
Any sport.
What position you play?
I played third base. I caught, pitched.
You get it at
Yeah.
project shit.
Yeah. I do everything.
Project shit. Hell yeah.
Because we do everything because we ain't scared to try anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we don't know. Like we didn't grow up knowing that we couldn't do something. You know what I'm saying? If it was out there, we gonna do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it was. The same thing with sports. Like, all right, I could do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
In your opinion, explain the relationship between basketball and hip hop music. We just went through this before the camera went on. Go ahead, run through it.
I think they all related. You know what I'm saying? I think especially in urban society. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a natural progression. At some point, when you're young, you do sports. You know what I'm saying? Then you dabble into the streets from a drug aspect, and then you do music. So it's just almost like a what do you call it? Trinity.
Word. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Trinity.
The urban Trinity.
It's the urban Trinity.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
We coined that just now.
Yeah, that's
Urban
us. We
Trinity.
got that. That's a part of the dribble.
That's a part of the dribble. That's right.
Right.
Urban Trinity.
Did you know Sean Price?
It was crazy. I knew him, right? But I didn't know him that well.
Mm-hmm.
But funny story was he remembered me slighting him somewhere. I think it might have been at a priority showcase or something. I have no idea what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it didn't happen. It's just that I don't remember. You know. So you just got to be really careful, man. Like,
I make a point of how I interact with people too.
Right.
You never know.
right. And and it may not have been anything that I did purposely.
Right.
You know, it could have been a lot going on or whatever, but we got to the bottom of it and we straightened that out though. But I started, when he passed, I knew who he was obviously, But when he passed, I started watching some of his work more. And I was like, wow, what a shame. Like, this dude was really, really talented.
Fucking
man.
right.
Like, super, super talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Super talented.
$500,000 the same flow. You gotta listen to some Half records, man. I gotta give you some, refer you to some Half records. $500,000, man. He just fills my cup repeatedly, and he only had the music that he put out. He passed away in, I think, early 2000, something like
Well,
that.
he committed suicide or something, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta brush up on that.
If you could put together your own posse record with MCs deceased or alive, who would you take?
I would want the DOC on there. I would want Pop. I would want Big. I would want Jay. And I would want LL.
Or
Yeah.
where was you at when Pac was coming at Jay-Z?
We was around.
Let me hear some of the verses you
That-
had for Pac. I know you had something for him.
Nah, we did a record called Dead or Alive, right? And that's probably my only regret in hip hop is we made that record after he passed.
Yeah.
And in Bad Taste. You know,
It was you and who?
Me and Jay did a record called Dead or Alive.
That hasn't been released.
It's out there. It's out there.
Ooh, they gonna find it now.
Yeah, it's out there. But you know, that's probably my only regret in hip hop is doing that record.
Right.
You know, because you know, very insensitive. Very insensitive.
At the time, did you feel that it was necessary?
But it was just nobody was gonna play us, and we didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Dead or alive, nobody's playing us.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? But as you mature and you grow older, you reflect on certain things, and it's like, that was just a very insensitive move.
Any Haitian Jack encounters?
Nope, not
Nah.
one.
Not one.
I'm a motherfucking G. Yeah, I'm talking murder, but it's me. I'm really living everything you see. That's what you say. They love to make a lie out of me. To the day that I expire, I'm a G. I'm a motherfucking G. They would love to make a lie out of Razor. Shoot and catch him out dark with the laser.